Well, no. If someone catches me saying this on stream, I'll probably put on the most wanted list.
Let's see. Yeah. So we're live.
Yay.
see if anybody actually joins. There we go. Hello.
Just start harassing you in the chat.
Okay,
You'll never know it's me.
for the people watching on YouTube right now, this is my, obviously you've read the title, but this is my Patreon live stream. The people that you hear talking are my third tier and up patrons, so give them respect, please. I don't think nobody's here, or Caleb, sorry, but Mr. Undying, or sorry, no, the Undying Mr.
You can call me somewhat if you want. It really doesn't matter. I'll know you're talking to me.
It's all good.
That's the problem with my name. It does cause that, doesn't it?
Yes, Playgrat patrons. I know you from my Discord.
Damn, I need to find you on YouTube now. Jesus, there it is.
I think I should have the link here. 2 seconds.
Ooh. Why is it playing through my oh, that's fine.
Oh, did you get it? Okay.
Yep. It was playing from a TV for some reason.
Ah.
Don't want that coming through.
Have a Chrome? Is that Chromecast you have? Or?
Oh, no. I'm playing through... I don't own any monitors, so I'm just playing from a TV.
Oh,
which
okay.
is...
Yeah, I did that for it.
I had a choice whether to get a nice new chair or a monitor, and I was like, well, my chair's broken, so chair.
Fair enough. Yes, Mitra, they deserve respect.
Only the thickest respect.
Damn right. What am I playing? I'm not playing anything. This is just a backdrop, so I don't have to show you my cluttered desktop. There's about 2,000 icons on the desktop, which I don't want to show. Because some of them relate to future projects.
Well, I don't think he's allowed to dissect me, so I don't know the kind of paperwork that goes into that, so...
Yeah, definitely not. You're watching a patron live stream whilst writing an essay.
You poor soul.
Fair play to you for being able to concentrate on it, but I could not concentrate. What is my favorite SCP? I always forget the bloody number. Hold on, it's in my FAQ. 668, yeah. The chef's knife. It was after because I got introduced to SCP through there was an animation on YouTube called The Statue. It's really old. It's like 8 or 9 years old at this point. But I seen that and was intrigued. And whenever I actually researched the SCP wiki, 668 was like linked to me by somebody, and it was really unsettling to read.
Was that the knife that like stops you from fighting back, or stops bystanders from fighting back?
Yeah.
And they almost nuked an entire area because they couldn't stop it.
Yeah, but that was really interesting to me because they did it through proxies. Like there was like a chain of like 5 proxies because 668 makes it impossible for even if they're in a fighter jet flying above, they couldn't release the bomb. So they had to do it through like 5 chains of people.
Didn't they lie to a bunch of D-classes? Those poor bastards had to plant goddamn bombs without knowing they're going to get stabbed at some point.
Yeah, it was just the right level of depressing as well. To make me more
they're
interested.
D-class, they deserve it, so, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I did like that the stair one kind of had my interest because it was like, is it the stairwell? Is it the face, or what is it that's causing the crying? Because luring them down is easy. Killing them, nothing seems to actually happen. They have to die of a heart attack.
That was pretty good. It was the document 4 was always the one that made me the most interested, because some real shit obviously went down.
It's funny reading some of them and then just redacted. You're like, come on, please, don't tease me like this.
I know. I think there's some, especially the Heritage Collection ones. I think it's the Hanged King's Tragedy. There's just slightly too much redacted going on in some of them, I think.
Yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of people in the comments saying stuff like it makes it kind of hard to follow when you're listening to it, because all you hear is a net, but and then especially reading it breaks the flow of the. Well, not really. It's not really a story, but
yeah.
I
think after reading some of Abel's stuff, when with Pandora, I think it was, the MTF.
Mm-hmm.
He just basically got bored because he kept killing all the people he was sent to, in war zones, and they were like, we can't find anything else to give him quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was last week someone posted a dating simulator, but with Abel, and I was just like, oh my god, this is great.
Good lord.
Let's go to the Red Lake. Abel-san.
I don't know what it is about. It's about Abel and SCP-049. Oh, there's one of the mods on my Discord, Fetus Meme. She put me onto something. It was like,
wait, was that the chicken nuggets?
Oh no, that wasn't that. No, this was way more disturbing. It was I can't remember what they're actually called, but essentially they're 50 Shades of Grey, but 049. It was horrible.
Oh god.
Yeah,
there is no 001. It's all a lie. It's a conspiracy. They even the director says it to Dr. Bright. It's all a lie. The Guardian doesn't exist.
Oh man.
I think SCP is definitely, it's past the point of creepypasta, because it's really well written. Because what's the vending machine one? The experiments with that one. Jesus Christ, I've spent about 2 hours just reading through them, and the page is huge.
Yeah, because
if you did a reading of that, I'd just be like,
yeah, man.
Dude,
whenever I found that, it was so addictive reading all the different tests. It's
just
it was so good.
The IOU where it would send a bowl out, but with an IOU inside of it.
Yeah, it was great.
Jesus. Oh, the recent one I watched, which was Thaumiel. I can't say it properly.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it properly. Is it Thaumiel or Thaumiel or Tham? I don't know. I know what you mean though.
It's basically it's this plushie that they have, which even the living sun is scared of. Pretty much everything is scared of it, even though it's this cute, adorable bunny rabbit toy, and it's just why is everyone so scared of it? Oh no.
I know, it's great.
So sorry.
What music do you use in the background of your SCP videos? It is if you search on Google, the inner devil SoundCloud. 2 seconds. I think it is. Just double checking here. Yeah, the inner devil. Yeah, he's the artist. He does dark ambient music. I really hope sorry, hold. Just clear my throat there. I really hope he's not annoyed that I'm using his music, but from what I could understand, he said it was free to use. So yeah, but he does some amazing ambient, dark ambient music. It's great. Because yeah, like, I mean, I hate. Hate's a strong word, but like I'm trying to get away from using what do you call it, like incompetech music, even though it's really good. It's like I kind of wanted my stuff to stand out a wee bit, so I try and search for not very well known artists to use their
It'd be
work.
handy because then you give them kind of free
Yeah,
like exposure, even if they're small. But
yeah,
like
exactly.
I mean,
Although
43,000 compared to someone who has like 1,000, you're basically going go to them.
yeah, exactly. Although I have to, in the most recent ones, I haven't actually put their name at the end, so that's kind of bad. So I'm gonna fix that today. Yeah, 43K subs. I know, right? I'm getting some traction now, lads. 2 months ago, I didn't really think I would be getting the amount of traction that I actually have. Logan, if you want to be original, you have to make the 6 millionth video on net neutrality. Yeah, I think that would be beating a dead horse at this stage. I think everybody knows. I don't know anybody that is actually for it. I don't know how it's getting pushed.
I think everyone by default, when you're on the internet, your default for net neutrality. I think
Yeah,
at least.
pretty much. Yeah, like because if it was a thing, then you wouldn't be able to pretty much view anything.
Be like BT like strangle holding YouTube because well, BT's a British company, isn't it? So
yeah, pretty much. Because I think that's what originally
face.
BT was actually like. Like whenever I was a kid, BT was held the market with phone lines, and then whenever stuff like
that's what dial-up was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was practically just, oh, by the way, you can't stop us. No.
exactly. It's true. Monopoly.
That's why I wish the colonials good luck with their endeavor. If it fails there, exactly. It's going to happen over here.
Yep.
So sorry.
What happens if SCP-96 looks into a mirror? Nothing. What? I mean, he's hardly going to kill himself if he looks at his face, is he? That means there will be no more SCP-96.
Which one's 96?
The shy guy, you know, like the really lanky white dude who, whenever somebody looks at his face, he goes mad and mauls them.
God. Jesus. That one was quite disturbing to read after like reading the pilot or the helicopter guy who had to recover him afterwards. Jesus Christ, just quite disturbing.
Yeah, that one is really well written, I think, because whenever you're reading it, like they even like I know it's kind of it's a bit of a silly thing to give credit for, but the fact that they didn't put his picture in. It made it seem more real because they were like trying to protect the reader from getting.
It's just a tiny pixel.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Don't worry. It's just been hanging on my wall for 20 years.
What's the creepiest SCP? Oh, I don't know. That's hard.
Like 106, he's not as bad as it's 106, the shadow, the one who takes you into a shadow realm and just teases you and then murders you.
The old man. He's pretty bad. Like,
yeah, he's terrible as what he does. He likes an audience, but he's not as bad as a lot of other ones. You know, like I would definitely think the Song of Eden, that one's the creepiest. You know, it can turn anyone into. It can turn anyone to, it can basically turn you into a living living biosystem or ecosystem,
Oh, right, okay. Oh, the Song of Genesis?
Yeah, that's it, thanks. Yeah. Sorry. That one's definitely the creep.
It's pretty weird, for sure. Yeah. I don't know, like, it's funny you should mention the old man, because, like, I was not personally speaking to him, but Gage Allen, the guy who's making the Containment Breach Run movie. I was talking to him, and he actually was in contact with the author of The Old Man, and he got
Oh
some
God.
background information on what he originally wanted him to be. And it was like he was meant to be much worse, like some very X-rated stuff. Like, yeah,
Well, it did seem a
very
bit disturbing in that report with the woman being not even knowing she was in the realm until just like when it was just way too late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, there's so many. There's so many creepy ones. Like the ventriloquist dummy for me is pretty creepy because I hate dolls and that like porcelain faced dolls, and
It's the eyes. It's
the
definitely the
eyes.
eyes.
It definitely is the eyes.
Because it's just like they're just dead. There's no emotion to them. They're just
Yeah.
It's
If they were killing you, their
constantly.
facial expression wouldn't even change.
It's Chucky, but you can shove your hand up its ass. But
Exactly. Yeah, I've noticed the stream is lagging a wee bit. I don't know why that is.
I apologize if it's from my end.
No, no,
I live
well,
in
no,
the
because
middle of fucking
no, because there's a few people have said it's lagging. Um, yeah. If it's lagging too much, I'll um try and decrease the quality, I guess. Although I think it's on, yeah, it's on ultra low latency already. So I don't know.
Are you streaming through OBS? Are you?
Yeah, it's OBS. Yeah.
What latency have you put it on?
Latency.
I don't know how fast your internet is. You see, so like.
Yeah. See, the speed of the internet's not too bad. It's just I have multiple people using it in my house. Well, not multiple people, but there's like at least like 12 devices connected to the Wi-Fi.
In stream options on your on the YouTube dashboard, if you put it on low latency, that's pretty good for, it's near real time. It it gives you pretty instantaneous chat, but you're not streaming a game, so you're fine. But it should be fine. Sorry, sorry,
no, it's
railroading.
I'm just looking. I'm actually looking at the stream settings in OBS right now.
I don't know how many bits yours can deal with.
It shouldn't be too bad. I mean, my computer's pretty old, but at the time I have like an i7 processor.
Oh, you should be fine with a lot of them.
Yeah. The only thing that I do need to get a new version of is a graphics card. Oh, Nicholas, you're a patron. Why aren't you in the chat? Yeah, this is this is the patron chat, so get in, man. You don't know how? Are you not on Discord, Nicholas? That's a shame. What a name. Pedo Bear asks you, what do you think about Zalgo?
Zalgo?
Do you know of Zalgo?
No.
No?
If it's SCP related, I'm pretty new, so I'm probably a bit behind.
Oh yeah, it's not SCP related. It was kind of one of the videos that I'd done. It was ages ago. It was about 2 or 3 years ago. So if you've recently got into it, you haven't seen it. But it was an orientation, and pretty much Zalgo's like an eldritch horror thing, but it's completely overpowered. Like it corrupts everything it touches, kind of thing. But it's so overpowered, and it was it was kind of a piss take that he was applying to be an SCP, but they refused because he was just too boring. And then the interview ends, and then the guy goes, "Okay, next," and then he goes, "State your name," and all he hears is just a voice going, "Cthulhu," because everybody wants, like, you know, really well known things to be SCPs, but yeah, it's like a meme. Okay, Valron's just messaged me on Discord. Is that you, Nicholas? So many people have different names on Discord, on YouTube, and Patreon. Or Patreon. Yes, you're Valron. Okay.
Your chat is very strange. I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Okay. Where is...
I didn't even know you were streaming until like yesterday. I don't check my emails very often, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to post it on the Discord. I've posted it on the Patreon website. I don't know how many people check that though. Okay, Nicholas, I've just sent you an invite to the Discord. I can't seem to see you. Because I think you should have got like an auto invite to be a patron on my Discord. Because I think pretty much everybody else did. Or is it the fact that you didn't have a Discord account? Right. So many people, right? Okay, so there you are. Baron, your role, patron, super patron. Right.
Ooh.
There he is. Hello?
Okay, you hear me?
Yes. Good. This is Nicholas, everyone.
Good afternoon to you.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, there we go. For a second, I only heard y'all through the YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I'm hearing y'all. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really use Discord much, so I was like trying to figure out where in here I joined the voice chat.
Yeah, actually, yeah, because if you joined there now, because you for some reason you didn't have the super patron rank, it's invisible to people that can't see it. It's invisible that people can't see it.
Okay,
it's invisible to people that aren't patrons. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Playgrad, it is kind of like a podcast. Yeah.
A little bit like that.
Yeah. For some reason, Caleb isn't talking at all. I don't know why.
It'd be hilarious that we find out halfway down the line his mic's been off this whole time.
Yeah, his mic's muted. He actually has no idea that we can't hear him. He thinks we're just jerks and ignoring him.
No, he was talking earlier on. I just think he might be AFK or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just listening.
Yeah,
oh, he is there. Hi.
so what are you guys going to do? We're just talking. It's just a hangout, man. It's, you know, just a way for me to personally thank people that are giving me cash, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're worth throwing lots of monas at your face.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate
I'd do it personally, but I'd probably be arrested, but I'm not allowed to do that. So
Yeah. There's only certain establishments where throwing money at someone is acceptable.
It will be in change, all in £1 coins.
Yeah, fired out of a slingshot.
I'll even give you a sheep if you want to go stereotypical. So
Welsh or New Zealand?
Welsh.
Ah, two places I know that are stereotypical for their sheep.
Probably different depending on which part you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a good one. Ultimate Charge asks, this is mainly directed towards you, Nicholas, because me and Somewhat have both answered this. What's your favorite SCP?
Well, let me look through the archive list for a minute. 'Cause it's been a while since I read through several hundred.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So I kind of look through because like off the top of my head, I really like Able because I really like the idea of weaponizing SCPs. And it's one of the few times they've really done it, and I like seeing how that went weird. Yeah, so I just really like it. Finally they're really utilizing an intelligent SCP as a weapon, and then seeing how that went so poorly is a good explanation for why they don't do that on other ones, even ones that are more, say, stable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the only ones they really seem to use commonly is I can't remember its name, but there's the one that's the Aztec god or something, where it's a healing god. It looks like an animal person, but it just sort of walks around, just heals people's injuries, and is just a chill dude. And that's where basically if you're not that level of pleasant, they don't use you.
Okay, I don't think I know who that one is, because there's so many. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing as somebody who reads SCPs at the minute for a living. there's so many of them that I don't know off by heart.
Yeah, I've read through all of Series 1 and I think most of Series 2, so I've read a couple hundred.
Yeah,
I've read at least. Actually, no, I think I've hit something in the 200s. So I've read an enormous number and a great deal of the random side stories I see. Though I never really hunted those down.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying
to. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining a D class slowly shifting through files just to find it. Which one have I died to?
Oh, that reminds me of Lucky, the D class who has the ability to get so lucky he doesn't die, but every time he does, someone else dies horrifically. I believe he is named Lucky.
Yeah.
Actually, I just found.
I was on, I think it was Site 42's live stream. I think it was yesterday, and somebody mentioned that guy. Man,
yeah, I think
because they were saying it was that guy. They were theorizing that he's the guy that's the main protagonist in Containment Breach, the game.
Yeah.
Wait, he's the one
probably
who
not serious.
If he was the main protagonist from that, then you would never die. The monsters would never catch you.
He's the one that causes statistical improbabilities, isn't it? He's just a normal dude.
Yeah, he's a completely normal D class who just by blind luck doesn't die.
Yeah, but he saps the luck out of everything around him, I think, doesn't he? He makes everybody else super unlucky. Yeah,
every time it saves him, someone else dies horrifically, and it actually might be more people die. The luck is exponential. So if he survives, 10 people die. But it's SCP-181. Yeah. Probably my favorite funny one, and one I've probably referenced the most, is SCP-50, which is To the Cleverest. And it's a monkey statue that goes to whoever has pulled the best prank against the current owner of the monkey statue.
Oh my god.
And the expanded document is just all the researchers pranking each other, sneaking explosive poppers into people's drawers. There's one series where there's just people cumulatively throwing more cream pies at each other. So one cream pie got a joke, but then 2 cream pies beat that, and it got to 7 or 8, and then they said, "We need to stop this. This is terrible," and they moved on to different pranks.
Brilliant. Although it's not funny that one's not a joke SCP.
Yeah, it's not a joke SCP because like that's the weirdest thing is the fact that it's not D-class exchanging it. It's researchers, and that's what makes it feel like it should be a joke SCP. But it's also
Yeah.
SCP-50, so it's possibly just so early that it kind of was before joke SCPs were a thing.
Yeah.
And that might be why.
Wasn't there an agent who like took the statue and oh, sorry, I think my mic's messing up.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
There was an agent who took the statue and then was found unconscious like an hour later with the statue back at where he stole it from.
Oh yeah, because the statue retaliated because he stole it rather than earning it. But yeah, like no joke, to the cleverest, it's a term I use for when pranks happen.
Brilliant.
And it's so
See you
weird
later,
reading
Ultimate
through
Charge.
just the list.
Right, right.
It's super weird just reading through the list of just SCPs because the names are oftentimes not what you would mentally associate with the creature. Like Evolution's Child is like just like I believe it's just like a horrific like wait, what is the either way, like Evolution's Child. I've read it. No idea who that one is. I think it's something I thought I opened it up real quick, but it wasn't what I thought. I thought it was just one thing where like it's one of the various horrific flesh monsters that SCP tends to have. But
right.
note I said various horrific flesh monsters because there's been like 20 of those.
Yeah, there's some weird. I mean, one of the things that I could never understand was why 231 is called Special Personnel. It's like
it's special. Yeah, because I guess maybe it's to keep the secret of Montauk away because it should just be called Montauk.
Yeah, because that's what I assumed
procedure.
its name would be because it's a like 231 is probably the first reference chronologically about Montauk, right?
Yeah, because procedure Montauk is for the girl in 231. Like to the point where like when I saw you post the video, I thought, oh, is he reading another tale? Like because it's been a little while since you did a tale, and it's like, oh, is he doing a tale this week? And I opened it, I was like, no, this is 231. This is just 231. I totally forgotten it was called that.
although that reading is it's kind of an amalgamation between a document and a tale.
Yeah,
because
that was
of the Scarlet King.
I will say I liked how you did the distortion on the Scarlet King's voice because it was still understandable clearly. Because I've listened to several other people read SCPs, and a lot of times they try to do voice things like that. It just becomes like gibberish, and you've got to be like have the document reading along. But yeah, I had no idea that poem was in there. It's hidden in the code of the web page.
Yeah, it's mad.
And like I had no idea.
I actually read that poem probably when I had my channel for about a year, because somebody suggested that I read it in the comments. So I've actually that poem that I put in the most recent document is a lot older. It's like 3 years old at this point. But back then I was really guilty of putting excessive effects on certain things. So yeah, I've learned the hard way to take it easy with the effects.
But you have learned.
Yes, I have. I think the only SCP that I do like the effects, apart from the Plague Doctor, is 457, the Burning Man. I done tail reads with his voice, and there's a lot of pride because I actually almost made his voice sound like actual fire, which was pretty cool. Like I think Omniary, I think his name is. He's a dev on Containment Breach. Said at one point that he wanted the effect to use in the game, which is pretty cool. Because I think 457's in the game. Although I'm not sure because I haven't really played a ton of Containment Breach.
I'm not a fan of like the desperately run and don't die horror games. So I haven't really played
I quite
it either.
like them. I mean, there's what was it, Outlast? I think I really liked Outlast. You probably don't know what these are if you're not a fan of them.
I know Outlast because I watch a lot of Let's Plays and things, so I've seen people play those.
You'd probably
okay.
like Alien Isolation then.
Oh god, that game looks intense.
Do you know, actually, I like the style of the game, but visually, that game looks fantastic. Like,
yeah, it's beautiful.
I bought that game just to look at it, I'm going to be honest. Because, like, it looks exactly like the movie.
Well, the alien looks quite nice up close. Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, he's not friendly.
He doesn't want a hug. I was wrong.
He wants a hug. He just wants to eat you afterward.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
stepping back a bit to 231, I would have to dig around a bit to find it, but I actually found a tale that was essentially like a contest to write explanations for what Montauk was, and another one for the green gel that turns people into implied horrific zombies. And the Montauk one was actually really clever.
I see. Because I thought we were looking at the same thing, but clearly not. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the one from Montauk was essentially. Hopefully, I'll be able to find it again later. But essentially, the idea was that Montauk is that there is a demon in that girl, and essentially the demon god that fathered that creature can't like look into our world, but it can sort of feel the emotions related to like its influence.
Oh, okay.
So essentially they figured out that the way to fight off the demon is essentially, it seems like the demon's not going to release the infant until essentially it feels the world's forgetting it or isn't gaining enough power from our fear of him. So the entire point of Montauk being this horrific thing that's never explicitly stated, Project Montauk is a D class reading a bedtime story to the girl, and then she goes to sleep. That is Procedure Montauk. But the whole point is that we don't know that we think it's this horrible, like brutal torture and rape to this little girl. And it's and that fear that every single person who's ever read that article has felt of just imagining what is happening to that child, that fear feeds the demon and sort of pushes it back. Like it makes it not want to destroy us yet. Something along those lines.
That's really interesting. I like that. And that's quite
and
clever.
All the and then the researchers don't weaken it because they know why. Because they know how bad it will be if this procedure ever fails, and how easy it would be for information to leak that it's not actually horrible torture, and that when that happens, it's an XK class End of the World scenario. So the researchers feed it through fear because of fear of their own potential failure and what it will do to them. It is dangerous. Just Montauk is not horrible. And I thought that was a really clever explanation.
Yeah, I really like that because I mean like that type of mindset about it being not this horrifically dark thing, and it's more like a secret kept by people. Yeah. I don't know. I like that.
Yeah, the important thing is the belief. It's kind of like the other one where it's the there's an airplane with one of the escape hatches is like covered in this demonic seals and pentagrams and shit, and it's written in blood. And like once a year or once a month, they have a bunch of Abrahamic faith priests fly on the plane and essentially pray at it. And with enough like spiritual will, it keeps the door sealed and like the demon doesn't come through. And then it explains in like a high security addendum, oh, this has nothing to do with demons. Like we put that blood paint on it. It doesn't matter if you have Abrahamic faith religions. You just need people who believe without any damn question that their will seal that door. And the easiest way to do that is through lying about religion.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's because
like one of the ones that I think I read last week, because I was just doing some research into 231. There was a guy who got slated on the SCP wiki because what he did was, excuse me, he done it was like a tale or like a document describing in detail what 110 Montauk was, but he done the whole, it involves,
like
brutal rape.
brutality.
Yeah. But he went into apparently like snuff level detail. And
Yeah.
I think I read the comment. It's deleted. He deleted it because people told him to delete it. Like, that's how horrible it was.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, it's whenever you were telling me that the one that you were reading, I'm gonna really have to find that because I really like that theory.
Yeah, I'll see, because I think I saw it on the SCP Reddit where someone just linked to it. There was another one that was it was weird that they were kind of mentioned together in the same breath, because the other one was, I can't remember what it's called, like the green goo or whatever. It's that slime that it can be used for all sorts of things. Like, it's a great food, it's a great lubricant for machine parts. It's all this weird stuff that's
Oh
super
yeah, that's
useful.
right.
But if it
Multi-purpose.
ever touches a dead body, awful things happen. And it was an explanation for that, and it was like, how could, like, someone mention both of them together as if they were equally good as each other? The one for the green slime was super dumb. The explanation was that if the slime touches the dead body, the person is perfectly brought back to life as if they didn't die, and there is no problems. They're still themselves, they still have all their memories, they are them. It is like perfect reincarnation. Except they remember the nihilistic emptiness of the void. They know that they cease to exist and deeply understand what that means, and basically have extreme nihilism where it's nothing matters because we'll all die and simply cease to be. And it's described as mildly mimetic, as in, the mimetic of all philosophy. So it just makes it sound like, oh, cool, you come back perfectly and you're just really nihilistic, but otherwise perfectly resurrected. It's like, what?
The thing that I really like about that actually is there. Have you ever seen what was the comics called? Damn it, Wanted, the Wanted comics. There's a character in the Wanted comics called Mr. Rictus, and that's essentially his story. He's like a villain. He's like a super villain, but he was a priest in his normal life, but he got killed and got resurrected. But because he was a priest and died and seen there was nothing there at the other side, whenever he came back, he became like the evilest person to ever live because there was
It just didn't matter.
Yeah, he knew it didn't matter. So I really like that idea. It's kind of creepy if you think about it, though.
Oh, talking about ones that are creepy, if you don't mind switching subjects a little. I was going through the list. I found sorry, what do you say?
I was just saying, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I don't mean to. I kind of overtalk people sometimes, so feel free to interrupt me.
That's all good.
But yeah, so I was going through the list. I found another one I really liked that I'd forgotten. SCP-140. I think it's called The Chronicles of the Devas, and it's so creepy. It's a book that it is a detailed history, like sort of a general summary book. I think the book is longer than it's physically capable of being. It's like you keep flipping pages and it just keeps going. And it chronicles this race called the Devas that are, I see them as kind of like dark elves, like they're just a similar race to humans that lived alongside us, that that sort of like enslaved humanity like thousands of years ago, like during like the primal time of man. And it goes up to this point of them having this ruling class and being just our overlords, and then eventually the humans revolt, kill all of them, and then become the dominant species. But if any fluid, I think it might be non-transparent fluid, but water might do it. But if any fluid touches it, it gets absorbed into the book, and gets turned into ink that's used to write more of the pages. And human blood is the most efficient ink. And it writes more pages, and it rewrites the book so that instead of, say, being killed 2 million years ago, now they're killed 1,999 years ago. And they talk about, like, say, this here in Africa, there was this great city on this mountain. And if you go and archaeologically dig that mountain, they find ruins of the Deva. And then they add more to the book. It describes a new area that had already been examined, that there was nothing there. And now, the book, there's now a building there. it changed the history.
Yeah, that
That
is
one creeps
super
me
creepy.
out. It's super. It's just like this book is rewriting history of the Deva catching up to us.
Wow.
It's like, what the fuck?
There is
Yeah,
no
that-
escape from your failures.
Yeah, just do not let Liquid touch 140.
Man,
I say we
you
could.
really are gonna have to start posting, maybe just private messaging me interest in SCPs, because I'd never heard of that
All
one
right,
before.
I will scan through all the SCPs I've read and pull out my favorites. Like the one I mentioned earlier, I found its number. This is the healing guy. It's 208, and it's an Egyptian god. I think I looked into it because its name is what was it called? 208. It's called Bes, Bes. That's what
Oh, okay.
it's like its article title is, and I believe that is actually an Egyptian god of healing. I think I looked that up once. It's an
Oh, okay.
actual Egyptian god. And the idea is essentially that the Egyptians worship this immortal creature that healed people. And it's still around because it just doesn't die. And it's living
Mhm.
in Site 17 as a doctor. And it sort of like touches your hands on you and your wounds start healing. And he's just this really nice guy with a lion head. And he just sort of hangs out on site and just is one of the people that's allowed to free roam. It's like, if you're not that level of super nice and pleasant, you get to stay in a containment cell and we experiment on you. Or at least we try to keep you from getting out.
Yeah, that's class.
I'm sorry, I'm just
Yeah.
imagining Site 17, just like, a new guard comes on, onto the site and just instantly thinks it's a breach and just, panicking. Everyone's like, no, it's just Ken.
Yeah, it's just Bess. What? He's getting cake. It's cake day.
It's
He
Hawaiian
loves
shirt day.
chocolate cake. Yeah, it's weird. Lionhead is an omnivore.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
bizarre.
not a pure carnivore.
Oh my god, that would be great. Just Volgun, do a video on him quickly. Go.
Yeah, I
Before
will
anyone
definitely
catches
go
on.
through the archive and pull out my favorites and link them and send them to you on Discord.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because there's
I
a
would
number
say
that are good.
my favorite so far is definitely 140. That's such a good
Oh,
concept.
140 is so good for your work, like because it's got that creepiness.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so weird because it's been so long since I really just poured through the SCPs. SCP-11 is a statue that just came to life and is just hanging out somewhere now. It's just
What,
it's a
it's not
Civil War.
contained?
No, it's safe. It's a Civil War statue that they saw start to move. And now it's just a sentient statue that moves around like a completely normal person, is a completely intelligent, and it just lives on site. But the article is like a chronicling of it slowly animating and coming to life. And now they're just like, yeah, Steve the statue just lives on Site 12 now. And oh yeah, he's flirting with this girl. We're not certain if we should allow them to date.
I love that.
And then-
Steve the statue.
Yeah, it's a blank reports that SCP-11 is romantically attracted to her. Is entry 5/17/2005.
Hey guys, do we allow this experiment to go on? No, don't.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I forgot. It's a really short article. They really don't go into a lot of detail. That's unfortunate. So it's literally
Yeah.
like one paragraph worth of information is the entire accounting of it animating. But yeah, it just sort of it sort of starts shooing away birds, and then eventually becomes like self-aware, and then it gets transferred to a censored site and just lives there now.
he's just a dude made out of stone.
Yeah, it's just an animate statue of a dude from the Civil War, but it's just a moving statue, like it's a dude. It has a functioning rifle. I don't think it shoots bullets, but it has a rifle. I'm pretty sure it works. Oh yeah, no, it does work. It just fires granite bullets and granite gunpowder.
All right, okay.
But it's a functioning rifle.
Somebody in the chat said we missed the punchline of SCP-11. What does that mean?
Which one's that again?
SCP-11, the
punchline?
statue. Yeah. What does that mean?
I
I didn't know
I don't know what
SCPs
you're
had
talking about. I think the
punchlines.
entire thing's a punchline. The entire thing's a punchline. Like I'm just kind of skimming through it. I'll read through it in detail, see if I can tell. Unless it's referencing something I don't know about, in which case obviously I couldn't get the joke.
it's probably one of those whoosh moments, where it's gone over us.
Yeah.
I shall return.
Yeah, it does have serious problems where part of the way they figured out it was sentient, it was alive, was it freaking out, it getting pissed and shooting at birds for pooping on it. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
That probably
like that is a
it.
major problem it has, is just getting pissed when birds shit on it.
Oh, apparently we already said it after he posted the comment.
Oh, okay. Must have been just a delay.
SCP-999 Gaming. Yes, I do know who the Hunter Reader is. Yes. He was actually a fan of my videos before he started making his own. Little known fact.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I hope he starts making videos again. Properly. I mean, I don't think he's stopped or anything, but he's paused for a while. I think he wasn't in a good place after the whole apocalypse hit him. It gets kind of discouraging whenever you're
what did I miss?
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think
it's a rough scene with all that. Like I felt terrible. Like it makes me really glad I can afford YouTube Red, because I know that I'm getting money to people.
Yeah, I really want to buy YouTube Red, but in anywhere apart from America, you can't get it.
Really? That's weird. Yeah. Maybe it's just something with the things they have with the ad people that prevents them.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's super annoying because as soon as YouTube Red was announced, I wanted it because of the Google Play Music.
Oh yeah, I will say, like, I use that. It's not perfect. Like it has it, like, because if you're using like the auto suggestion stuff, it seems to fall into a trap where it like right now it almost never recommends to me new songs I haven't heard that aren't crap. So it's kind of like stuck in a point where I've disliked the songs I didn't like. So it's kind of stuck in a loop of like a couple like 100 songs or so that I've listened to a bunch.
Okay.
So it's like I need to find a new musician, put that in there, actively seek it out to seed into my suggestions. But yeah, it's not perfect, but it's convenient. It's Spotify and things, and I already had YouTube Red purely to not have ads. Yeah, so I use it.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice not having ads on YouTube.
Yeah, as far as I can tell though, like YouTube Red actually supports the creators a lot better than AdSense does, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I remember seeing the Game Grumps posted a video talking about it, and they said they get a decent amount more revenue from YouTube Red people than they do from ads. So so they actually make more money if you're a Red subscriber, which I was really glad to hear.
That sounds a bit suspicious, doesn't it? Like maybe they're trying to forcefully make the AdSense look shittier in comparison to YouTube Red, and then it draws people to YouTube Red, which gets them more money.
But I also don't hear much discussion of it either, though.
It's and it's not popular. That's why. Like if it was a big thing where they've screwed up or they've done something really great, then people would be talking about it. They haven't, dipped their toes in someone else's shit just yet. So
yeah, and it's a weird deal. And he was also saying how, and this is something like I think a lot of you guys deal with, which is where the ad revenues has decreased over time. Like they've had like basically make less money off every ad, and they've never had it go up from ads.
Mm-hmm.
It's only just so their only way of making more money is just getting more viewers. So, but the YouTube Red people have always been consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. No, I know not everyone can afford YouTube Red, but I have a good paying job, so hence things like me being in the Patreon.
Yeah, I appreciate that one. But like, I think the YouTube Red's really worth it, to be honest.
Yeah. If you can afford it, like I watch YouTube instead of TV. I watch like at least an hour of it every day. It's like I'll have it running in the background while I'm doing work. I'll listen to it while I'm running around Breath of the Wild and just exploring. I'll just have something running. And so I listen. So it's worth it for me because it's like watching TV with no ads for what, $10 a month, $15 a month, I forget. It's
Yeah.
it's a great deal if you watch as much as I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Because, I mean, I would say I definitely watch YouTube more than I do TV, like regular TV. Like, there's no doubt. So,
There's
Mhm.
there's over 400 different channels on TV and still nothing on.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're still back in the goddamn 80s, so
yeah, pretty much. It's a bit of a shame sometimes, like, you know, some of my favorite YouTube channels, like, I mean, they the algorithm sometimes prioritizes regular posting over quality content, which is
Yeah,
a bit
and
of a
it all
shame.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah, it's
but at
that.
the same time though, JonTron is the exception to the rule because he takes breaks for at least 5 to 6 months at a time, and then drops, like, he spends a lot of time on his videos and it really shows. But whenever he drops a video, it's like really, really good. You know?
Yeah. He's also gotten past that point of like, I see like there's YouTube, like there's two kinds of YouTubers. There's like the normal folks like you, and then
Yeah,
there's like the mega stars like PewDiePie, the Achievement Hunters, JonTron, Game Grumps, where
yeah,
like most people have heard of them. And like even though I don't care for JonTron much, he's just not my style. But but I know him and I know he's really popular. So like the
yeah,
algorithms treat him differently. I would not be surprised if there's like special where he's like flagged or a special stuffed because he's so popular. Like if you see him, you're more likely to go, "Oh, this YouTube stuff is actually legit." So they prioritize
yeah.
him in suggestions.
Volgun, I'm very triggered that you didn't appear in YouTube Rewind. What happened there? Come on, step up your game.
Oh man, God! In fact,
Not that
I,
much.
I think it would be a bad thing if I did, because I mean I'm not hating, right? But most of the people in that video, I didn't even know who they were.
That's
I
what
recognized two people in that video. Two
I think
That's
people.
that
what
was the same.
Markiplier, and that's it.
I recognized the slow mo guys for like the 2 seconds they were on screen, and
Yeah,
I recognized at the end credits the extra credits was one of the animations.
Oh god, yeah, that was horrible. That they put them at the end by the credits.
Yeah.
That's just like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
by the way, you know you put years and years into your craft. Let's stick you in the last 10 seconds of this video because we love you so much. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
2012's calling.
But yeah, I had no idea who any of those people were. I also don't watch any vloggers or anything, so I just
likewise.
watch like, yeah, I watch folks like TheVolgun, or I watch like Kierkegaard, like the In a Nutshell animations, like the educational
Mhm.
stuff. Then I watch like Let's Plays, and that's
Yeah.
about it. But I just
Yeah.
watch a lot of that.
Yeah,
I think what's happened is the buzz of YouTube has sort of died down because you know when like Netflix came around, everyone was just piling on top of it, and it got really popular. It shot through everything else, and now it's slowly it's just slowing down to a crawl, and that's probably why soon we'll have something else that that takes over YouTube or Google, or just something else will happen. And it happened with radio. God damn it! Radio got unpopular because TV came in, and then after that there was the internet, and then after that it just kept going, didn't it? So
because as far as I can tell, like whenever YouTube became popular, the next big thing seems to be it's gaining traction, and that's live streaming.
Yeah, that's
Especially
definitely
Twitch.
a big thing.
Like Twitch streamers are earning so much viewership compared to what they were a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Like-
it's definitely a big deal. Like I see a lot of people doing it. It's not my thing with a few exceptions, like Games Done Quick every year, well twice a year. Like I
Yeah.
watch those kind of stuff, but for the most part, it's like I only really like the edited downs because like if I left it on the background and then like turned to it when something exciting was happening, but I feel there's too much downtime, and a lot of them go for like the yo guys, what's up? Or I'm super excited. Let's talk to my fans for 20 minutes and not actually talk about the game. It's
Mhm.
like I'm sure people enjoy that, but it's not for me.
Yeah, Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of streamers, to be honest. I think the only one that I really did watch regularly, he's a guy called Cobalt Streak, but he plays The Binding of Isaac, and I'm just such a fan of that game. It's so addictive, but I sucked at it, so I wanted to watch somebody play it well.
Oh yeah, I'm awful. I'm that way with Darkest Dungeon. I am terrible at that game and don't actually enjoy playing it. But I think it's a wonderfully designed game that's genius, and I love watching people play it.
Have you tried Pitch Black Dungeon mod? Jesus Christ.
I would rather play Ultra Easy mode, where my characters don't constantly die and go insane and I start crying.
It happens anyway.
I know, exactly. Like, I love it as a design concept. Like, I love game design and all this sort of stuff. Like,
you can't escape the crippling depression of everyone wanting to have a heart attack simultaneously.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Like, oh yeah, all right, it's cool. Totally, download this new DLC. It gives you vampire stuff in this one mega dungeon you just go through. All right, cool. Yeah, you can totally do it. We recommend you bring in like level 1 or level 2 people. Cool. I'll bring in a mix of level 1s and level 2s. 4 rooms in. Ultra boss. Good luck beating me with anything less than a 4.
So sorry.
Like, cool. And that was my motivation to stop trying to play the game the third time. That was about
crocodile
a month ago.
was absolute horseshit though.
Fuck that. I'm talking about that crocodile. I fought him with level 1s and level 2s, like 3 level 1s and a level 2, and I was like, game, you told me this level was appropriate for fighting this area. I can't hurt this creature.
I almost killed it. I had it on 14 health, but one of my guys died of a heart attack. The other people got stressed out. They died of a heart attack. The final guy died of bleeding.
Ugh.
So I was just stuck there like, well, there goes all my good people. How am I meant to get money now?
Okay, so I'm gonna stop the stream for those of you watching the stream. Thanks for joining in, but I'm just gonna stop it here. Okay, so goodbye everyone. Not the Patreon people, not yet, but bye bye.
Bye.